My concern, Benji, is support. Remco has the Ineos team. He wins GC at Basque Country.
Well, they weren't here for Martinez after Krabbelen either, so I'm not so sure actually. But in
True,
previous
yeah.
stages, yes. We can judge Quickstep based on today. In general, I think that Quickstep is not a good support team for a Grand Tour.
Who's the mountain guys?
Exactly. Alaphilippe and Van Zevenand are the only ones you could say as support for Evenepoel. Evenepoel could perhaps do stuff on smaller hills,
he's good,
but not on
older.
Ilan van Wilder outside of this team is likely to be willing to ride his own races, I'm guessing, and not necessarily always supportive for Remco.
Catania, I think, is good. So is Van Wilder, Vervaeke. It's just...
Masnada as domestique?
Yeah. Knox hasn't had it. He's not looked good for a while. Amaury can't do the longer climbs. Alaphilippe's his best domestique by far for Grand Tours, but it's Julian Alaphilippe. He's the world champ. They are missing a Maida style. You know who they're missing? Joao Almeida. He'd be the best, but he's gone. I would not be surprised, Benji, come August, that they are trying to stock that team full of some premium domestiques. Wout Poels, he was on Quickstep before. Wout Poels out of contract. He's on a 1 year, I think, or is he on a 2 year?
Quickstep is not the overly willing team to pay and is more bonus related, I would dare to say. So it's very difficult to get a full stack GC team.
That's what people don't realize. It is cheaper to get sprinters and lead up men and Misk Belgian cobbly guys. Yeah, like Stibar, for example. He wouldn't be cheap, but he's like Richie Port, Wout Poels, Kwiatkowski. Do you know how much those guys cost in the mid-20 teens when they were 100% domestiques for Froome? They cost 7 figures, all of them. Kwiatkowski easily 7 figures. We are seeing it is much, much more expensive to assemble a stacked GC team than it is to assemble a classic squad with some punchers as well. Like Dries Devenines, he ain't the same cost as Kwiatkowski in 2015. And UAE, they have a huge budget. They're splashing over 2 mil probably on Almeida. We've got Ineos, 50 mil budget. How can Quickstep, who can they get?
And next to that, I would also like to add that certain teams like an Ineos are able to mold riders that are not necessarily mountain domestiques into a mountain domestique role. Moscon was not a mountain domestique rider before he went to Ineos, for example. And when you look at a Kasper Asgreen, that rider has done great at California when it comes to mountain stages in the past. If he was at Ineos, he would have 100% have been in a mountain train at this point in his 100%. Career.
Dylan Van Baarle.
And I think that that's also an aspect of Quickstep that they are not able to mold a rider in that shape to make that part of that train. But then again, Asgreen might be too good in other places to be used there. But then again, Kwiat was also chained.
But the difference is, Benji, if you're Quickstep, you sign these classics guys, and the model has been you sign them to relatively low base compared to what they might get elsewhere, but bonuses for winning XYZ. So it's a tough ask. If Asgreen can get a huge bonus for XYZ, if you're like, actually, can we mold your season and training around your 20, 30-minute power to ride the second last 5% 10K climb for Remco? That's a tough ask. Whereas Ineos, they're like, when they sign them, like, yeah, you're going to get paid €1 million plus. And yeah, Tour de France, sorry, it's choo-choo time. It's a difficult thing, and it's interesting to see teams trying to balance that. And as you said, Ineos have got a Neopro and Plapp. Plapp had been in the Vuelta for Remco as his like second last man, guaranteed. They don't have that coming through either. Maybe I'm being harsh on the Masnada Catania types. They're good as well. But yeah, I'm back. I'm semi back on Remco GC hype. The Lanterne Rouge Cycling Podcast is presented by Zwift, the online cycling platform that makes training fun. Busy lives make it hard to find time for the bike. Zwift is the solution to that. It has a packed event calendar with workouts on demand, or just feel free to ride around and explore the world at your leisure. If you want to check out Zwift, there's a free 7-day trial in the link down below at Zwift.com.